in life. Just do the best you can. No one can have a go at you if you do the best you can. Unless you're a doctor and you mess up the operation, in which case you need to do better. People, welcome to another edition of that finger-tapping frenzy that we all know and love. It's WWE SuperCard with me, Big Jim, here at BadLadDad HQ. Now, it is a snowy Saturday here in London, and I'm a bit behind with the old ring dommy dim dom. I've just started on Roman Reigns. So that's my target to get completed, certainly before the end of today, and I will certainly get to Miz first time round, but I don't think I'm going to have a chance to do heroic. I've got too many things on my plate at the moment. I'm not talking food, I'm just talking busy with lots of other things knocking around. So hopefully get the Miz for a pro, but I don't think I'm going to hit the heroics. But one thing I should have done by now, and I haven't, and I'm here to rectify it, is to have a look at those Titan Fusions. Thank you once again to all of you who sent me your pictures of your Titan Fusions as they unveiled themselves over the last 24 to 48 hours. And again, what I'm going to do is show you each of the Fusion cards and the first version that was sent to me with the correct image, not with your modified images. I always want the original image, otherwise it's no good to anyone. We want to see what the original image looks like. All of you who sent me your particular card first, you're going to get featured in today's video. So why not just crack on? Let's have a look and see what I got. Now, what did I want? To be quite honest, I think they're pretty much much of a muchness, but in a good way. They're all pretty good cards. The usual shout, though. It's the usual shout. Wanted a female. It's always looking to just try and boost that female deck, because they're the toughest things to get hold of. A decent female. Very difficult trying to get hold of a decent female these days. So that's what I was after, and I didn't mind whether it was Becky or whether it was Paige. Either one would have been fine. But what I got when I opened my Fusion, went to the Fusion Chamber. Long John Silver and the Pirates down there in the Fusion Chamber, working hard they are, working overtime with all this spring nonsense going on as well. Went down there, opened up, and what did I get? I got a Becky Lynch mob. So quite happy with Becky. The target now, of course, is not to get any other card, it's to get Becky second time round. And to be honest with you, I'm not doing this spring promotion. I think the timing of it is just, it's a bit of a nonsense, to be quite honest, because we've only just started doing all this Beast, Monster, Titan bits and pieces, and we know there's a new tier around the corner. So to be distracted by other things, either give us the opportunity to fuse more than one thing at a time, still have the same time limits on them. They could, fine, they've got a time limit, but let us do more than one thing at a time, or don't clutter us up with everything at once. Now, I have heard and seen from people that it's a lot easier to get your cards from this spring promotion, but to be quite honest, I've just ignored it. So I've got my Titan pull, and I'm straight back in doing another beast. So I might have a little dabble, just a little dabble on the second account I've got, Enkyoko, which I showed you in the last video, which I barely use, but it's this kind of time of year when there's a new tier coming up. That's why I'd just like to dip in and try a few things out. So as I can't get to play the Fusion Chamber with the spring promotion on Jimbana, I think Enkyoko might just get a little visit. Right, let's have a look and have a little wander at these, wander through these Titan cards. So first off, Cody Kuiper, don't know how you pronounce that surname, but he was first in with Kane. And he was first in by a good few days. So I've got a suspicion that a few credits might have changed hands there. Don't blame people for being extremely enthusiastic to see what they're going to get. And of course, quite a few people have gone a lot further, and they've already got themselves some pros. And how they've done that, don't know, but I'm sure it cost an arm and a leg. Next up was Christian Gillam with Becky. Now, obviously, you've seen my Becky, but as I've always said with these, if you sent in the card, and I have promised to feature the first person to send in each version of each card, well, he was the man who sent in Becky Lynch. So there's Christian's Becky. Mr. Hollyoaks fan, I think has tried to be #1 before, and he's finally got there with Undertaker. That Undertaker image is fairly similar to some we've seen previously. I've seen a few complaints about some of the spring images that are being used. But Undertaker there, looking as cool as ever, as menacing as ever. Triple H from Oliver Hill. Triple H, again, decent card, decent stats, and one I wouldn't have minded. but I keep repeating myself, but I really seriously wouldn't have minded any of them, to be quite honest. Paige, I do like that image. Of Paige. For some reason, there's something just grabs me when I look at that image of Paige. So I quite like that Paige, but you know, I'm happy with Becky. That was from Jay Rocco, who I'm sure we've heard from before. So thank you, Jay Rocco. Aaron Thomas sent in Brock Lesnar. Let's have a look at Broccoli Legions there. Brock Lesnar's pictures, the images, they're pretty much of a muchness, aren't they? Just it doesn't really change much, does he? And then finally, Troy Meralda sent in John Cena. Very amusing, very witty tweets from you all saying, I can't see this one. Yes, not heard that one before. Well done for repeating that joke. So thank you to all of you guys, and extending that thank you to all of you who bothered to tweet us. Now, by all means, tweet me your spring versions of cards. But I don't think I'll be doing a video to feature those, to be quite honest, because it's not something I'm going to be doing on my main account. And don't really see the point of making a video over something I'm not doing. I mean, I'm not here just trying to make videos to fill time, doing videos because I enjoy making the videos, enjoy chat with you guys and communicating like we have done with these fusions and talking about what we want and what we were hoping for, etc. So, and that's what it is. It does what it says on the tin. That's all I can do. I'm not sort of making things up or doing weird things or trying to attract your attention. It is what it is. Right, I'm just going to go in and do a little bit of Ring Dommy Dim Dom just to get some gameplay underway. As I say, it's, what is it now? It's 5 o'clock Saturday evening here in London, and so what's that? 1 day, 9 hours to go. So I've got some doublers on the go, good few doublers on the go, and I'm just gonna see if I can get through. I don't have to do any more work apart from obviously editing this video, of course, and posting this evening. So actually, that's going to take a good hour. But apart from that, and eating some dinner, and speaking to Ninja Boy, and maybe watching some TV, I want to get on with Ring Dom, and I really do need to try and get to Miz by the end of this evening, or indeed the early hours of this morning if I can, just to make sure that it's done and dusted. I'm still powering up last week's version, as you can see, and my deck here, obviously it's not all my best cards. It's a mixture of some of my better cards and some cards that need levelling up. So that's the reason why you suddenly see there's obviously Miz here, who I'll be hoping to pair up with Miz Mark II over the next 24 hours. And there's a Kane single because I'm working on a Kane Pro, basically, which would be my 17th Titan Male Pro, and Miz, assuming I get it done, will be my 18th. So the old Ring Dom deck is beginning to look a bit tight for space. But the one gap in terms of Titans is I've still got that Monster Charlotte Pro in the female side of things. So I do need to get a 4th female Pro on the go. It's not essential, but it would be nice before we hit the new tier. Now, talking of the new tier, the guessing games go on. What we've got after Miz is the 19th of March, is the Monday, and I was anticipating, am I doing this right? I was anticipating something coming out around the middle of the week, around the 21st of March. Now I've based that on the fact that 2K18 WrestleMania edition comes out on the Friday, the 23rd, and includes whatever the WrestleMania 34 SuperCard content is that is being given away. It may just be a card back, but who knows what it is. I'm assuming it's something to do with Seth Rollins, because it keeps being mentioned in the same sentence as the cover star to the game. But obviously it's not been confirmed yet. But the reasoning behind me saying that something should come out before then is if people are getting codes that can be redeemed in the game for WrestleMania 34 content and go straight into the game on Friday or Saturday when they pick up their code, if WrestleMania 34 is not working, it's going to, well, obviously it's going to jam the game up. They might risk actually losing the code because they've tried to redeem it. Who knows? Which is why I was thinking Cat Daddy would have to have WrestleMania 34 mode live before people start trying to redeem their codes. It just makes practical sense. That may not be the case based on these spring edition fusions, because of course they've got another sort of 10 or 11 days to go, which would take us into the following week if they are going to do it at the back end of those. But I don't know. Would they need to tie it in with the back end of this spring stuff? I don't think they would, to be quite honest. So I'm still, if I had to put money on it, and I know there's been no mention of it, I'm still thinking could be the middle of the week coming up, around the 21st of March. We will find out in the next few days, obviously. I should think there'll be some sort of announcement on Monday. It will come to the team event. Be interesting to see what happens with the team event. We didn't get a female, so a lot of people expecting the final event to be a female card. They have done some double up events in the past in 1 week, so who's to say we won't get a female for next week and they'll double up, and then after the spring cards of that promotion's gone, then we'll get into the new tier. But I just think, from a marketing point of view and from a practical point of view, they've got to have WrestleMania 34 tier live when they start giving people codes to redeem in the game. And if they're giving out those codes starting on Friday and Saturday of next week, WrestleMania 34 tier needs to be live. That's all I'm saying. I don't have an in with Cat Daddy. I don't know. I've not been given any inside information. They've not advised me. They don't reply to my tweets and my emails, just like you guys. They don't reply to me, generally. I think they've retweeted me once, so that was very kind of them. I think it was at the start of this tier. But apart from that, I don't have any communication with them. So I'm just as keen and excited and interested as you guys to see when this tier is coming out. But I'm still banking on it being this coming week, and I hope that's the case, because I've got more chance of doing something this coming week than the following week, where I've got quite a lot of work on. So it would actually suit me better if they could just shove it through. If you're not planning to put it through, Cat Daddy, and for some reason you aren't watching this video, just squeeze it through next week, can you? Just for Big Jim. That'll help me. That'll help me a lot. And it'll help these guys, because I can do a video. Otherwise they're going to have to wait for about a month until I can do a video, which won't go down too well, judging from all the complaints I get when I don't post a video. I do my best. I do my best. Sometimes you can get a few in a row over several days, and sometimes I need a couple of days away because I've got to work for a living as well. So please be patient. If I haven't posted a vid for a couple of days, there's obviously good reason behind it, and that reason is normally I'm trying to feed the family and look after everyone. Right, just a little bit more of this. Actually, let's just tuck the rock in the top corner there. And as I've got my 5, this is going to look mad because I'm going to stick Kane down in a match he's going to lose. But I've obviously already won the overall contest here, so I'm going to get my picks. And Kane is a card that I'm trying to level up, so I need him to play the matches. So it would be a missed opportunity if I didn't chuck him in the ring to earn his medals. Right, here we go. Let's just see if we can get a piece before we finish. Well, there we go, straight away. That's quite nice. What am I on? 5. Just the 5. I've still got a bit to do, haven't I? Still got a bit to do. Well, I've still got 31 bits to do on this and 36 on Miz. If for some reason I've got... Oh, there's a seed, just to prove they do drop. If for some reason I've got more time on my hands tomorrow than I'm anticipating, I might just have a crack at Miz Heroic or the Titan. But, you know, you've got to be realistic. You can't kill yourself playing the game. You've just got to do the best you can. That's the bottom line. In life, just do the best you can. No one can have a go at you if you do the best you can. Unless you're a doctor and you mess up the operation, in which case you need to do better. So there we have it. Thank you ever so much for watching, people. It's the usual shout. If you like the video, bung me a few likes down below. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And, of course, we've got coming up in this next 14 days, a new tier. Can't wait for it to come. And I will do my very best to get my videos out as close to that launch as I can. But in the meantime, follow us on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, where all the banter is. Until I see you next time, you stay cool.